他知道我20后再不送你回去。
It ends here for some, but for others, this is where it begins. Because everything that follows depends on what you are allowed to see and what you are forbidden to say. Alan Yu, known in China as Yu Meng-Long, was a 37-year-old actor-singer whose name exploded across Chinese language feeds within hours of his pre-dawn death in Beijing. He was found below a Chaoyang residential tower before dawn on September 11th, and that evening his studio confirmed his passing as fragmented images outpaced official words. On September 16th, Alan's mother issued a statement via his studio account, confirming the death as an alcohol-related accident, noting police had briefed her on the investigation and urging the public to stop speculating and respect the family's grief, though no on-camera appearance followed to address lingering questions. On September 21st, Chaoyang police detailed penalties against 3 individuals for fabricating rumors that severely disturbed public order, warning that the internet is not beyond the law. Zheng, a 40-year-old woman, invented claims of Alan being set up for assault, drugged, and driven to jump. Yuan, 29, spread stories of him being hung from a high floor, nails pulled out, gutted alive, and thrown down. Xu, 41, alleged surveillance destruction by powerful forces and that Alan's mother and sister were controlled, sharing chat screenshots online. All 3 are confessed to the fabrications and face compulsory measures according to authorities, while police also countered related claims of Alan being pushed from a window, abused before falling, or his mother violently driven away by the agency, yet these actions have not halted the wave of online speculations. The police summary states that on-site examination, forensic tests, witness interviews, and surveillance review excluded criminal involvement, with results shared with the family who raised no objections. But procedural enforcement has only amplified perceptions of controlled discourse over open disclosure. By late September into October, explainers and petitions keep circulating despite throttled keywords and removed threads, a sign that official closure is enforced procedurally but not earned publicly. This photo, showing what appears to be Alan Yu held by the feet and thrown from a high window in an unconscious state, has been widely accepted as depicting the actual moment of his fall, though debate lingers on whether it captures the first or second throw in a possible sequence. The composition, limp body inverted, held by 2 people, diving to the edge of the void, instinctively reads to viewers as deliberate force rather than a solitary accident, directly challenging claims of alcohol alone causing an unintended plunge. Without official confirmation of its authenticity or context, the image still functions as a visual indictment, compressing apparent violence into one frame that feels irrefutable, allowing it to resurface in reposts even as platforms throttle and remove. Official notices label such circulating visuals as fabricated or misleading while penalizing sharers. But this photo's raw suggestion of human agency overrides procedural denials, especially absent public forensics or family on-camera rebuttal. The result is a stark asymmetry, one persistent image fueling endless speculation against institutional walls built to contain it, where control breeds more doubt than it dispels. Online, the first layer of rumor begins with claims that a private dinner with up to 17 insiders was the final act before Alan was found below that tower. People trade supposed attendee lists and say that at this gathering, a recording exists where voices shout instructions, first demanding, "Puke that thing out." Heated speculation claims this clip wasn't about food or fun. It turns into an alleged struggle for evidence. The next voice adds a new name, Hu Haiyang, one more thread in a tangled roster of rumored players whose actual involvement is never confirmed anywhere on official record, but brought up at the rumored attendee list, placed 16th. The rumor escalates. In the audio, someone shouts, "Knock out and cut open!" giving birth to a story that Alan held something inside and others were desperate enough to cut him open and retrieve it. This is the moment when the myth of the red USB emerges. Gossip surges that there's a missing device, a red USB that Alan supposedly hid in his body, linking him to two shell companies registered in his name but dealing suspiciously in oil paint, fireworks, and firearms. Wild online posts suggest this USB holds files about corruption and criminal deals, and that swallowing it made him the target of a brutal takedown ordered by invisible hands. So, the rumor machine spins. First, a dinner with 17 guests. Second, a hidden piece of physical evidence. Third, the idea that this meal was never about celebration, but about erasing what Alan might have carried inside. Anonymous uploads and social whisper networks multiply these claims, weaving details together until the specifics blur: who was in the room, what was said, and what was never visible on camera. The dinner party becomes a cipher that can mean anything. The USB becomes the object everyone is sure exists, but no one can produce. For all the official action, penalties, deletions, statements, and the rapid closing of channels, silence itself has become the atmosphere surrounding Alan Yu's death. The story sits in shadows, censored and unresolved. Public forums and private messages fill the gaps left by official denials, but neither side offers real closure. What remains is a puzzle with missing pieces, voices cut off, images taken down, evidence never released. With every attempt to suppress debate or erase a clue, the truth only slips further into darkness, leaving the mystery alive but out of reach. This is where the case rests. For now, perhaps we will never know the culprit. Unless someone confessed. One mystery remains unresolved. Who is Fan Xiaohua, the name Alan calls into the dark? In mid-October, screenshots circulate of a shortly existed Weibo post that reads like a confession. No matter how wildly you rampage, you can't do anything to me. That's right, I killed Yu Meng-Long, because he deserved it. From an account named Fan Shiqi, a longtime friend of Alan, known to have a nickname Fan Xiaohua.